Welcome to week 20 of our SAT vocabulary study. This week is a quiz week, so you'll be studying this week for a quiz on weeks 19 and 20. There will be a Quizlet up and available for you to study, make flashcards, review flashcards, take practice tests. It will not be required, but it's definitely recommended. There is also no homework at the end of this week's vocabulary video as in previous weeks, so just make sure you watch carefully, listen, take notes, and be prepared for Friday's quiz. And this is four-letter word week. All of our words will be 4 letters. The first one is deft. Deft is an adjective, so it describes someone or something, usually a person, who is skillful and capable at doing something, a hobby, some sort of athletic ability that they might have, how they move about. They might be deft at doing a certain kind of job and doing it well. They could also be dexterous and nimble, which sort of means flexible and easy to move about. And an example here, although Bianca was a deft ballerina, she did not land the lead role in the ballet, as many had expected she would. So she was very skillful at what she did, and obviously she was very dexterous, flexible, physically capable, really good at what she did. Our next four-letter word is also an adjective, arid. Something that is arid is extremely dry and parched. There's limited use for this word. Mostly we use it to describe the weather, the deserty type of air. Sometimes you might use it to describe your mouth or how you feel in a warm or hot environment. It's got a real limited use to it. Here, because of its arid climate, many people with severe allergies and asthma move to Arizona for relief. And they must be very pleased with the beautiful scenery as well, because this picture is just stunning. Arid, extremely dry and parched. Next, we have wily. And someone who is wily is a very crafty, sneaky, sly, cunning person. And of course, this too is an adjective. It describes someone. Or it could describe a character, a cartoon character, an animal. If you decide to purchase a used vehicle, be sure to be wary of the wily used car salesman. So this guy sort of looks shady and probably very crafty at getting people to purchase his used cars. Next we have rash, and this is an adjective, rash, not the noun rash, like the little speckled red marks you get on your skin for one reason or another. The adjective rash means it describes usually an action or a person who does something very hastily, or they're not very cautious when they do something. They just kind of plunge right into it and really don't think very much about the consequences or the outcome. Making rash decisions or rash behavior. When under pressure, some basketball players make rash decisions and take ill-advised shots. Of course, it's March Madness, so I thought that this would be an appropriate example to use, because I know that if you watch basketball or any sport, sometimes when someone is under pressure, they will sometimes make hasty, rash decisions. Our next word is curt. Curt is also an adjective, and it means to be very short in your response or in your speech to someone, or very abrupt. For example, if someone were asked a question and the person answering gives a very short, kind of rude answer, they would be considered curt. Usually someone that's considered curt is not considered being very nice when they respond. They might be irritated or mad, and so they give that short, quick answer. After a difficult loss and ouster from the tournament, the coach was understandably curt with reporters at the post-game press conference. There is one more word coming up. This, again, like last week, is a 6-word week. So make sure that you jot it down at the bottom of the note-taking sheet. I know there's not 6 spaces, but there is enough room for you to record one more word and its definition. Our last 4-letter word is dire. When you're in a dire situation, it is an urgent situation. You might be under desperate conditions. It might be something that's also considered a dreadful situation that you're in. Often you'll hear the words dire circumstances together. It's not a very good situation that you're in, and it's usually extremely serious. It's a dire situation when a team wins the NCAA championship one year and can't even make it to the tournament the next. Now I know this is from last year, and I know that my Bearcats lost in the first round this year, so I have no room to talk. I'm making this video on Saturday, so UK won last night. We'll see what happens to them tomorrow. But I thought I would keep this on here because I love this picture of Coach Cal. He doesn't look very happy. Have a good week, and we'll see you tomorrow.